the war going on here, but just how seriously do you think the Gaddafi regime will take this talk of a clandestine anti-Gaddafi network in Tripoli?
Well, as far as I can tell, they're very aware of the potential internal dangers of such a network anyway, because you hear consistently in this city from people who are against the regime, and people do come up and whisper things, you know, saying that at night there are patrols, and there's been a lot of evidence now over a period of months about people being taken away at night and brought into prisons and interrogated, sometimes released, sometimes not. Lots of tales as well of bad treatment.
What Bridget seems to have heard from the rebel leaders she was speaking to was that this opposition to Gaddafi actually goes into the government, goes into the military as well. Is there any way of verifying that or feeling whether that could be accurate?
I honestly have no idea at all the degree to which the security forces here have been penetrated by opposition people, or the degree to which there are people within the security forces who, if they had a chance, would switch sides. There's a lot that's quite mysterious in this capital. You know, on the line that the Americans are putting out, that Colonel Gaddafi himself is feeling insecure, I think that's quite logical. If you think that one of his family's homes was bombed, his son was killed, 3 of his grandchildren were killed, one of his closest associates since the beginning here of the Gaddafi regime in 1969, his house was bombed on Monday morning, and his son's wife and 3 of his grandchildren were killed, among a number of other people. So it's getting very close to home for the regime. But however, if you walk down the streets of the central part of the city anyway, you'll see shops open, you'll see people moving about, going about their business, buying new shoes or things to wear. And so I think there are different layers here, a number of different cities coexisting alongside each other. And I think the Colonel Gaddafi's regime, in the absence of the kind of uprising they're talking about, and in the absence of rebels pushing at the gates of this city, I think it's got some time left.
Jeremy in Tripoli, thanks very much for joining us on GMT. It's Friday, which means once again anti-government protests